What's going on, YouTube? REE dash to the ZON coming back at you once again. What I'm doing right now is a video on well, basically what's been going on this past weekend. I was playing some, as I stated in my earlier video, I'm playing a lot of the original Wii and just playing some great games, and it got the juices flowing, man, to play Wii and all the wonderful experiences that they had to offer on their console over the last 6.5, 7 years. Nintendo, big ups, man. Hell of a generation, hell of a console. But that being said, I'm going to go through a bunch of games I got here for the Wii, for the original Wii. Experiences that I feel any Nintendo Wii owner should have experienced or own. If not, they need to go out and do this before they put that system away. And there's a lot of them, so I'm just going to get right into it from the jump. Alright, man? Here we go. No particular order either. And there's a couple of sequels here, so I have the original and the sequels together. First off is just, there's no need to even like debate. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. These titles, this is gaming bliss right here, okay? Epic action adventure platformers, 3D platformers, you know, just like the epic Super Mario 64 back in the day. The original Galaxy and Galaxy 2 perfected it, but the original Galaxy just revolutionized in a similar way that Mario 64 did. Just took it to an epic level, man, with anti-gravity and Mario in space and all the different variations on gameplay and the level design. Beautiful graphics, amazing music, and it's just Mario, man. It takes you to it takes you to that place where it's like gaming meets perfection. You know, that's what happens when you play these titles, and you're just like, man, why can't every game that comes out be this well made, this well designed? You know what I'm saying? Amazing titles, man. In Mario Galaxy 2, they brought Yoshi into the mix, so you can, you know, play with a Mario and Yoshi like back in Super Mario World on Super Nintendo. We hadn't seen that since then, so it was great to see. Next, Mario Kart Wii. One of the best Mario Kart titles in the entire franchise. I will say, even though I'm a big fan of Double Dash on the GameCube, a lot of people think that's one of the weaker games. I think it's one of the stronger games in the franchise, but this is even better. I think this is second place in the entire franchise, right under Mario Kart 64. And along with this one is also Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS is awesome. But this is just epic, man. It's a diverse, robust cast of characters to pick from. Karts, a great selection of karts. Tracks, amazing. There's half of the tracks in the game are original all-new tracks. The other half are throwbacks from the N64, the DS, the Super Nintendo, everything. It's amazing, man. The online mode in this game is one of the best online experiences you'll ever have on the Wii. It was great, man. I love Mario Kart. Next, Metroid Prime Corruption, or Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. First-person action adventure is what I would call this game. It's not really a first-person shooter, even though there's a lot of shooting in it and it's first-person perspective, but it's really an exploration action adventure game where you're traversing these epically made worlds. Retro Studios and Nintendo did a great job on the art design of this game. Very beautiful, vibrant worlds, and you're traversing them and exploring and having to go back when you've gotten new upgrades and new weapons and retrace your steps through these worlds to find different paths and things like that. It's an amazingly long game. It's epic. It's done in Nintendo fashion. Just awesome. There's a real sense of just epic grandness when you play this game, as far as size and the way the worlds are designed and what you get to see and experience through the helmet of Samus Aran, next to Boba Fett, the galaxy's most feared bounty hunter. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Keep it going. Oh, this is an original. Mad World from Sega on Nintendo Wii. Just an epic, super violent, just gory, bloody. Like, this was Nintendo telling everybody, oh, we're kiddie, we're too friendly for you. Okay, well, we're going to throw blood by the buckets in this game. It's a black and white art style. I don't know if you can see that. Those are screenshots on the back. It's a black and white art style, like an old school comic book look. Awesome design, awesome visual style. Super bloody and gory, as I said before. Basically, you're just like in one of these game shows where it's like terrorists have taken over the city, locked it down, and the city has become a battlefield, a death arena, so to speak. And you're basically in this game show where everybody's watching you compete and kill or be killed for fun. So it's very violent. It's just, but it's the visual style and just the originality of it is what did it for me. It's a great game. Next, we have Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. This is just an epic action adventure slash a little bit of RPG in there, but not much. Just, there's not much I can say about this game that hasn't already been said or that I haven't said in other videos. Just epic, vast, excuse me, a vast size to the game. You know, Hyrule has never looked better. The art style is more mature, gritty, grimy. You know, not photorealistic. It's still animated, but it's just a beautiful look. It's a more real look, darker look. epic with the motion controls, swinging the sword, aiming the bow and arrow and the hook shot and all of Link's different gadgets, horseback combat. I mean, it's awesome, man. It's Legend of Zelda, man. It's the best gaming franchise in the history of video games. Next, another game in that franchise, and what I consider to be the best game of all time ever made, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yes, I said best game of all time. This is better than Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry, it is. Not by much, because Ocarina of Time is an epic game. Probably the second best, greatest game of all time. But this is the pinnacle of motion gaming. Motion controls, one-to-one motion done absolutely right. No hiccup in the controls. So intuitive, so fresh. And they changed a lot of the things that we've come to be so used to from the Zelda franchise as far as controls and the way the game plays. And a beautiful art style too. Not the gritty, mature look of Twilight Princess, but mixing that with Wind Waker's cell shaded look, and you have a beautiful marriage of vibrant colors. Every level kind of looks like a watercolor painting. It's just done so epic, done so well. Next, we have GoldenEye 007. This is a remake of the N64 classic. And instead of having Pierce Brosnan, who was James Bond back in that time, we have Daniel Craig, the new James Bond, who's just a badass. And multiplayer is back, just like it says on the back. Multiplayer is back. It's epic, man. It has a great online mode, one of the better online experiences on the Wii. There wasn't that many, but Mario Kart and this are definitely top vote getters in that respect. Epic online mode, very Call of Duty-like with the ranks and all that. Never had a problem, never had to disconnect or lag or get kicked off of the game. It was always very fluid. Beautiful graphics, especially for a Wii title. Voice acting top notch. The controls, the motion controls for first person shooters, as I said before in previous videos, you can never go back once you play them. And this is definitely the best one. Awesome game. Next, Excitebots Trick Racing. This is just fun, high-speed arcade racing. If you ever played Excite Trucks, which came out as a launch title for the Wii, same thing, but with transforming robots. I mean, you can't get any better than that, man. And it's everything from high-speed racing to gliding to I mean, oh man, there's shortcuts all over the place. Beautiful level design, very nice track design. Online mode also that worked flawlessly. Just super fast, super fun. And I love the way you controlled it. You controlled it with just a Wiimote turned on its side, like old school NES controller. Next, these two games will always have a special place in my heart. Some of my favorite games of all time. Got very good ratings also, which is some shock because it's not most people's type of game. And I played these games, one of them actually, throughout my wife's first pregnancy, and she just used to love laying there on the couch and falling asleep to watching me playing this game. And that is Endless Ocean 1, the original, and Endless Ocean Blue World, the incredible sequel. These were scuba diving simulators and really showed off the Wii's power. Many people didn't give the Wii respect as a graphical powerhouse because it wasn't a graphical powerhouse, but this game showed that it could do some very beautiful graphics and very lifelike representations of animals and their behavior and their movements. And it was epic, man. You went scuba diving. I love the ocean. I'm a marine buff, you know, especially when it comes to sharks and dolphins and things of that nature. And you get to go diving and exploring and finding these animals and cataloging them and photographing them and interacting with them. And there's also, especially in the second one, a very compelling story that drives it onward. But there's also the feeling of just freedom. Do what you want. Do the story, don't do the story. Just go diving. Go have a blast in this world that you really can't be a part of unless you go and pay mad money for certification lessons and then equipment and go out to the actual ocean. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful game, both of them. Amazing experiences and some of my favorite games, not just on the Wii, but ever. I can't say enough good things about them. If you've never tried it, you need to try it. Next, Donkey Kong Country Returns. This was awesome. This was basically that Donkey Kong Country goodness from Super Nintendo 1, 2, and 3 with a HD, well not HD because it wasn't HD, but a severe graphical upgrade done by Nintendo and Retro Studios. Beautiful level design, amazing Donkey Kong music, everything is there. Diddy and Donkey Kong, both of them. Just Donkey Kong. It's great. There's not much I can say about it. Amazing platforming and a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics between the background, foreground, and even the distant background. It goes back and forth. It's so much fun, man. Playing it alone or with a friend, it's amazing. Next, Sega's first-person shooter, The Conduit. This was an incredible first-person shooter. I felt a lot better than the Halos and other games of that nature that we were seeing on Xbox and PS3 at the time, because it didn't rely on its photorealistic graphics. Even though it was some of the nicest graphics on the Wii, it was just the controls, man, the motion controls and the degree to which you were able to tamper with your controls and customize them. Amazing. I mean, this was the game that did it for me. When I played this, motion controls are the way to play a first-person shooter for me from now on, ever since I played this game, and it's kept up the trend. I still only use Wiimote and Nunchuck when it comes to first-person shooters on Nintendo systems, and I wish that other systems had good motion controls for first-person shooters. Had a great online mode until hackers got in and destroyed it, but and I also had a pretty good sequel, but the Conduit was just amazing, man. Next, Bully Scholarship Edition. What a phenomenal game. I can't say enough good things about this game and its story and its environment and its vibe and its message. It's such a great game. I just love it. It takes, every time I play it, I've been playing it recently, it takes me back to that feeling of being in high school and having to, establish your rep and deal with different cliques and different problems and girls and dating and all that. It's just such a fun game, and the definitive version is the Wii version. It's also available on 360 and PS2, but the Wii version with the motion controls, just epic. Next, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, greatest fighting game of all time, probably, for me, under Mortal Kombat. I mean, the diverse, robust cast of characters, and characters that make appearances, and just the brawling action, the multiplayer insanity. I mean, it's just awesome. You can't say much about it that hasn't already been said. Next, Red Steel 2, definitive first-person action-adventure, first-person shooter, first-person swordplay. I mean, one-to-one motion with Wii Motion Plus. I mean, it's awesome. Has a very it's basically Cowboys meets Ninjas is what it is, and it's a very cel-shaded comic graphic novel type look with amazing controls and just epic action. Next, Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam, a downhill racer, launched with the Wii. I got it on launch day with the Wii when it first came out, and it's super fun. The tracks are ridiculously crazy, and they get even bigger and more shortcuts as you progress through the game. Just fun, man. Just straight up fun. Pretty nice graphical look also. Me and my wife couldn't put this down when we first got it, man. Just downhill action, speed, tricks, many different gameplay modes. Not your typical Tony Hawk game. They changed it up. Instead of making it, do tricks and earn points, this was like, racing. It was like it was a different branch of the Tony Hawk franchise. And I love it. It's one of the better ones. And next, these two are sequels. The one in the GameStop case is Wii Sports, the original, and there's Wii Sports Resort. These two games were basically, the first one, Wii Sports, was a tech demo that came with a system that was just super addicting and fun, that took the gaming world by storm. And Wii Sports Resort is even a more fleshed out game of the same nature. Basically, it's a mini game collection, both of them, but they are so fun and show off what the system can do with its motion controls. Can be played alone or in groups with people, and it's fun, just pure unadulterated fun. And Wii Sports Resort I really like because it introduces Woohoo Island, which shows up in a bunch of other later Nintendo games like Pilot Wings Resort and I think the new Wii U Fit. Basically, it's an island. It's an island resort, and when you play this game, even though it's a mini game collection, you really do feel like you're on that island. You really do feel like you're on vacation. So I really like that feeling. So very well done. And some great games, some great motion-based games. And last but not least, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom AllStars, Alternate AllStars. I'm sorry. This is basically your Capcom versus game on the Wii. This franchise has been running a long time. Capcom versus Marvel, Capcom this, whatever. This one is kind of unique in that nobody really knows who all these characters from Tatsunoko are, but they fit in perfectly with the art style and the fighting style of this game, and it's a diverse cast of characters, and it's definitely a hell of a fighter. Had a good online mode as well. And it's just your typical Capcom versus anybody franchise game. But that's it. Those are the games that I felt were worth mentioning. There's a bunch of others that I have there in my drawer. Some of them that I really wanted to bring out, but I didn't want to make this video too long. I only got about a minute and a half left, so I think I timed it pretty good. But there you have it, man. I mean, just look at that. Look at that stack of games right there. That's about half of my Wii collection. There's another half in the gaming cabinet. Just an amazing console, man. A lot of people give it hate. Oh, it was a toy. It was a kid's system. Whatever. At the end of the day, it dominated last generation. It has some of the best games ever created of all time on its system. And people who are true gamers aren't going to pay attention to or really give a damn about that label that people tried to give it. Oh, it's casual. It was a hell of a system. And some of the best gaming experiences you will ever experience were on this system. I just highlighted a plethora of them for you. Man, those Legend of Zelda games, Mario games, the GoldenEye, Metroid, Smash Brothers, Endless Ocean, all those were epic experiences, man. And as soon as I finish this video and begin to upload it to YouTube, I will be diving in probably to Endless Ocean or something of that nature because I love I love the Wii. It was an amazing console, and it like I said in my previous video, I want to see the Nintendo Wii U establish that kind of presence, that kind of identity, where it's like instantly when we see Wii U, we know what this is, and we're psyched out of our skulls about it. Instead of right now, we're kind of waiting for it to establish that. God bless y'all. Stay gaming, man. I love y'all, and I do this for myself, for y'all, for the love of gaming, man. See you.